This conference will now be recorded.
So today's topic is going to be recurring decimals. This topic was covered a couple of times and was revised a couple of times, but I can still see some students struggling with the same topic and they don't understand it quite well. And this is type of topic that can be forgotten easily. That's why I want to remind you one more time. So if you don't revise this topic, you can get confused again. So first of all, what is recurring decimal? Sometimes when we're dividing integers by integers, decimals by decimals, or fractions by fractions, decimal by fractions, we can get numbers that are decimals that are not whole numbers, and we can see that in decimal part there are some certain numbers that are repeating over and over again. So, or there's some one number that is repeating all the time. So, for example, if I want to divide one by 3, I don't fit 3 into 1, that's why I write 0 points. And then I add another 0. I can fit 3 times in 10. So 3 times, this will be 1 remainder. And then I add another 0, again 9, again 3 times, again 1, and so on. So it's going to continue into infinity. So if I divide 1 by 3, I will get 0.333333, and it's going to go into infinity. So a decimal that is recurring as this one will be written as 0.3 recurring. So the one that is repeating, we put the point on top of it. It can be, for example, 0.1 and 2, only 2 is recurring, or it can be 0.23, both of them are recurring. So in this case, we know that this is 0.3333, and so on. In this case, 1 is only once there, and 2 is repeating. And in this case, both of them are repeating. So the hardest part of this recurring decimals is to convert this recurring decimals back to fractions. So that's why I will try to do and to explain you this now. So suppose I have just not recurring function, but for example 0.6. It's not recurring, I don't have a dot here. I understand that in order to convert this to fraction, I just have to write 6 in numerator, and since I have one number after the dot, I would just have first power of 10, and this will be 3/5 in simplified version. So this is very easy, but suppose I have 0.72, so 2 is recurring, 7 is not. So if I want to convert it into fraction, I don't know how many 2's are there. How many 2's? So if I write here 7, 2, where should I stop? Should I stop here? Should I stop here? Or should I go on and write infinitely many times 2? I don't know. And what happens in denominator? How many zeros should I write here? I don't know it either. That's why we mostly use algebra for converting recurring decimals to certain decimals. So I understand that 0.72 recurring is my x. So this is a fraction x, some fraction x, which I don't know, and I wonder to find this x. So first of all, I understand that I have two numbers after the dot. I have two different decimals after the dot. So that means that I have to multiply by second power of 10. So I have to multiply this by 100. So if I multiply by 100, I understand that this is 0.7222. So it will move the dot 2 places to the right. So it will be 72.222 and so on. I have one number that is not repeating. So secondly, I multiply by the power of 10 of the amount of numbers that are not repeating. In this case, there's only one number after the dot that is not repeating. That's why I multiply by first power of 10, which is the 10 itself. So it will be 7.2 and so on. And that's it. I use just two equalities to solve it. So if I minus these parts, it will be 90x. If I minus these parts, these 2's on decimal places will be cancelled, and it will be just 65. And if I want to find x, it will be 65 over 90, which is simplified by 5. It will be 13 over 80. So 0.72 is 13 over 80. I hope this is clear, and let's do another example. So suppose I have 0.12. So I have two numbers after a third that are repeating. So first of all, I write that x equals 0.121212 and so on. Second of all, I know that I have two numbers after the dot, so I have to multiply by 100. So it will be moving the point into two places to the right, so it will be 12.12, 12, 12, and so on. And I would not multiply by anything since I don't have a number after dot that is not repeating. So I will just use this x to solve this equation. So if you don't have a number after the dot that is not repeating, you just use the x. So you don't multiply by anything because you don't have any number that is not repeating. So it will be 99x equals, so this will cancel each other out. So it will be just 12. So x equals 12 over 99. If I want to simplify these, so it will be 4 over 33. So I simplified by 3. Let me show you one more example. So for example, 1.87, 7 is repeating. So in this case, I don't have 0 point, I have 1 point. So this means that there is 1 as a whole part there. This will not change anything since my opinion to solve this kind of question, just suppose that I don't have a 1 there. I just have 0.87. So again, so 0.87 is my x. So my x is 0.8 once and 7 recurring. So since I have two numbers after the dot, I have to multiply by 100. It will be 87.77 and so on. Since I have one number after dot that is not repeating, I have to multiply by 10. It will be 8.77 and so on. And if I minus these, it will be 90x equals 75, because these will cancel each other out. X will be 75 over 90. So if I want to divide by 5, it will be 15 over 18. And by 3, it will be 5 over 6. So that means that this is 5 over 6. But I have 1.87. So in this case, it means that I just have to add this one as a whole part to my fraction. So it will be just 1, 5 over 6. So it doesn't matter which number I have here, I will still solve it as a number with 0 whole part and then just add this whole part here. So if I had here 7, I would write 7 here. If I had here 10, I would write 10 here. So that's how it goes. So I hope you understand this topic and good luck.